I don't get it. No, I really don't get it. Why British citizens are still being refused entry into the EU post-Brexit. Blimey. It's like they forgot that Brexit actually happened. And we've lost our freedom of movement. And we now have to abide by new rules, such as the 90 in every 180 days. You can quite easily become an overstay and then be banned from the EU altogether. But it's not just that, no. They don't seem to understand the rules regarding their passports. The 10-year rule. Blimey. Now, if you didn't know this already, in the EU, your passport is only valid for 10 years from the issue date. Well, you're going to say to me, but yeah, that's a 10-year passport, so why does it matter? Well, it matters because if your passport was issued before 2018, there's a possibility you could have more time on your passport than you're actually allowed in the EU. You could have as much as, 10 years and 9 months on your passport, depending on when it was issued. But the issue date is the bit that we should be looking at, and then think to ourselves, when is 10 years from that? Otherwise, you're not getting in. No. But there's other rules as well. Now, if you look at my passport here, if I get rid of that. You can't see that bit, yeah. Right. Oh my God, that ugly mugshot. Well, it says there on my passport there, it says that it was issued on the 17th of July, 2014, right? Okay, but then it says here, it's valid until the 16th of July 2024, which is next year. I've only got one extra day on my passport, but you could have months left on your passport if you go by the pre-2018 passport rules. But it doesn't apply to us here in the EU. You know, before you used to use it like that, but you can't anymore. No, sorry. No, you've got to have 10 years. It's got to be valid within 10 years of the issue date. So it's that first date, the 17th of July, that I should be paying attention to. So, for me, well, actually, it's valid a day before. Actually, I have a day less on this one. Oh, no, this one's actually correct. This is bang on the 10 years my passport is. I just realised. So, it doesn't apply on this passport. I can check that one away. It doesn't apply. But for you might have extra time on your passport. And if you have, double check it, just in case. Otherwise, you're not getting in. No. It's not only that, though, is it? You've also got to have at least 3 months left on your passport from the issue date, so that would be, within that 10 years. And you have at least 3 months from the date of return. Some countries, actually 6 months. But, argument's sake, on this basis, let's say 3 months. So you have at least 3 months from the date of return. So if you've gone away for 2 weeks, so you've got to have at least enough passport time for that 2 weeks plus 3 months. So that catches people out as well. Now, this is a consequence of Brexit, obviously, and the fact that we've left freedom of movement. Now, the EU passport, as it once was, like it says on this one, it says, the European Union, United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Well, we can scrub the EU bit out now, you see. It's no longer valid. Now, that passport gave us access to 23 EU member states, plus some non-EU member states such as Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland, but some extra little bits and pieces you might want to know about. If, for instance, if you're travelling to, because it doesn't apply in full, the EU passport doesn't apply in full in Bulgaria, Cyprus, Romania and Ireland. No. So you might want to check that first. And then next year we'll also have the ETIS system in place. It's basically a visa and it's biometrics and stuff like that. It's all going to be, in place next year. That has been kicked down the road a few times, that can. But it should be in play in 2024, early 2024. And you can do that online. It can take up to 30 days. There's a possibility you might even have to have an interview if you've got a checkered past. But it's only costs €7 and lasts 3 years. But if you do need an interview, that costs you about €100. So it can get costly, and you might still not get in. No. But so that should be coming in next year. So, but The moral of this story is you've got to make sure you've got at least 10 years on your passport from the issue date. Ignore the expiry date, just look at the issue date and add 10 years. Anyway, that's my little video for today, and I hope that's of use and, well, maybe it's interesting. I don't know, you tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. And have you got caught out at the border because of the 10-year rule? Now, many people obviously understand it, but also many people do not. And they are getting caught out. That's why I made this video. So there you go. Anyway, please beat the old like button. That helps the channel, you know. Oh, okay. Well, it's time for me to go. And have a lovely day. Don't get caught at the border. No. And I'm making some more videos like this. Informational type videos such as what can you bring into the EU, etc, etc. Yeah. That's dodgy. Ta-ta.